Okay, welcome to the end of the year. I'm here to help you, both administrators and teachers. This will be one screencast on how to complete your final evaluation and what to look for. So I'm going to show you both a teacher screen and also an administrator screen as we do this. Right now I'm signed in as Washington Review Teacher 3, and I can see probably whenever I signed in, my dashboard looks like this because I'm looking at, this could be where your PD, where you've signed up for classes and everything. If I just want to get to the evaluation part, I can scroll down. Remember, we now have evaluation and PD in one place, or I can just click this little arrow right here and it will just show me my evaluation. So again, let me show you. That shows you your PD, your professional development courses that you're taking or your classes for the summer. If I don't want to see that, I just click that arrow and that will take me up. Now I'm to my evaluation. As you can see, I'm assigned in as a non-tenured teacher. I've completed a lot of information this year. My SLO development forms for the district and the individual. I've had my mid-interval conference. All of my observations are completed. I have acknowledged everything, and everything is under the complete form right here. But now I have, and this is released on everybody's dashboard right now, the target results. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the target results because I have to complete this. This will give me my student growth score. My performance score is already done because I have been observed using the framework for teaching. So I get to the target results. And here is my individual SLO. And if you completed the form on Frontline, you will see all of the information that you completed for your individual SLO. I just put the word evidence in here. And you will also see your district form, which is right here. If you attached anything, then you will not see anything right here. And that's okay too. If I want to go back to my individual form to see what I completed, I just click on that. And this takes me back to my individual form. And as you can see, I just wrote in there evidence, just to give you an idea. Remember, we run along tabs. I'm in Safari, so I'm going to X back out of here and take me back to the target results. Now, I do want you to look at this note. At the end, it says, please do not submit this form. Complete your individual SLO result field and hit save and notify. That's very important. So I'm going to go down through here and I'm going to say, well, how did I do on my individual SLO? And so that I don't have to type in a lot of information, I can tell you that I was able to achieve distinguished on individual SLO because all 18 students increased by 20% on the assessment. Maybe that was MAP, maybe that was a personal assessment of yours. However you're measuring, tell the administrator how you achieved or how you did not achieve and what you think your score should be based on what you had talked about with the administrator at the beginning of the year. If you're not quite sure how you achieved, you can just say, these are my results, and then you and the administrator can talk about it. The district SLO, the scores will be given to each administrator. So whenever I'm finally finished, as you notice, I can't put any scores in here. This is the administrator part. But we go back to here, the note to the practitioner, do not submit. I know a lot of times we submit, but what we're going to do is we're going to click save and notify. So it's going to ask you, which administrator do you want to notify? This should be the principal. So I'm going to notify Jennifer Rubenthal. I have permission to use her account. And I'm going to put a message in there. My SLO is finished. And I'm going to click save and notify. It's saving it. Everything is finished. Great. So now I'm going to bring up the administrator screen. I'm going to minimize here. Go right here. And I'm signed in as Jenny Rubenthal right now. I'm going to hit, there we go. I just refreshed. And so she has Review Teacher 3 right here. And she is going to go down here And she is going to look and be able to see, well, what were the target results? The administrator clicks on the form button. And can see any information that was written. They can see the previous SLO. Again, they can always click on anything. And she can see your results. Okay, so she says, wow, this person was able to get a distinguished. I look at the results. I see that. I might talk with you about these results. You might meet with an administrator right there. So based on the target results, the individual SLO, if you achieve that distinguished, would be a 30. And the district SLO result is going to be given to the administrators. And I'm going to say that Springfield Middle School did really well, and they were able to receive a proficient, a 16. So remember, I'm in as the administrator right now. The administrator then, when they are finished, click submit. This will cause all of the scores to tabulate into one score. So the teacher hits save and notify, the administrator clicks submit. Are you sure? Yes. And now they have the score. The administrator then should either finalize or finalize at the end. Now, let's see what this looks like on the teacher side. As I go back to my score, remember I'm going to click refresh here because we've made some changes. And I'm refreshing and I have my target results. I'm going to X out of here. I'm going to go back to my dashboard. Remember, if your dashboard comes up like this, you can always hit that purple arrow, take you back up to your evaluation. And it says it's awaiting the administrator's acceptance. So there's nothing that I can do at this point. I have put my target results in, and now the administrator's looking at it. So I can view, but I can't make any changes. If changes would need to be made, if the administrator wanted you to write a little bit more, there's your answer. They might click the edit button. Remember, I can go down and I can print. I can also comment. I can see my score 30 out of 16. Okay, we are almost finished with this. So again, I'm going to go back to the administrator view. The administrator has completed the target results. Again, he or she can finalize right here. And now they're going to go to the summative evaluation because here's where you will see all of the scores in progress. Administrators, what you want to do is you want to click on this form. All of the calculations are done for you. Now, this was a non-tenured teacher. Let's see how the non-tenured teacher did. Well, in their practice, professional practice right here, they scored effective. That's really good for a non-tenured teacher. So right here, effective. And in their student growth, they were highly effective because they got a 30 for distinguished and a 16 for the district. I can go through here. I can see how they did on their observation. That's my first observation. My second, this is the domain 2, 3, and 4 averages of all 4 observations. The overall professional practice, they received 40 points, which is an effective rating. The student growth, remember we said was 30 and 16, and they got a 46, which is a highly effective score. As an administrator, if everything looks great, I click submit. Yes. Administrators, you can also do both things at one time. You can do the target results and then go right to the summative evaluation. Now, this is what's important. This one needs an acknowledgement by the teacher. We want all teachers to look at their end of the year observation and evaluation. So I go right back up here. I'm now going to go out of the administrators. I'm going to go back into the teacher. And remember, this is where I was, so I'm going to take that off. I'm going to refresh. You won't have to refresh because you'll probably be signing in and out. Now look right here. I have 2 actions. The administrator still has not, it's waiting the administrator's acceptance. As soon as that finalizes, as soon as the administrator hits the thumbs up sign, this will go down here to complete. And now I have my end of the year summative evaluation. So now, once the principal submits, scores your SLOs, now the teacher can see this also. And this is really nice for teachers. Again, it is the same view as the administrator. And I'm going to scroll down here. I'm going to click Acknowledge. By clicking Acknowledge, it doesn't mean that you agree with everything. It does mean that that is your scores. That's like your digital signature. Click Yes. And the end of the year is done. As you can see, the administrator, I just now have to wait for the administrator to go back and finalize both of these, and I am complete for the end of the year. Thanks so much.